بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أوصيكم وإياي أولا بتقوى الله فقد فاز المتقون قال الله تعالى في القرآن الكريم بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون وقال الله أيضا يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم إن الله عليم خبير. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect all of us, safeguard all of us, and grant us health, strength, so that we can move on better from time to time. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for all His blessing, His mercy that He has showered upon us since the day we were born until today. Without fail, even whatever problem we encounter is part of the Sunnatullah, the trial, the fitan that we have to face. When it happened, we as believer was reminded by the Prophet to say Qaddarallah wa ma sha'a fa'al. It's part of Allah Qadar, and Allah do what He please. Let us start with a morning invocation to seek Allah's protection, mercy, guidance, and forgiveness. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidul Majid. Allahumma bika asbahna wa bika amsayna wa bika nahya wa bika namut wa ilayka nushur. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. La yadurru ma ismihi shay'un fil ardi wala fis sama'i wa huwa as-sami'ul alim. Raditu billahi rabba wa bil islami dina wa bi Muhammadin nabiyya. Allahumma inna nas'aluka ilman nafi'an wa rizqan tayyiba wa amalan mutaqabbala. Ya muqallibal qulub sabbit qalbana ala dinik wa ala ta'atik. Allahumma adkhilna jannatak wa ajirna minan nar. Allahumma adkhilna jannatak wa ajirna minan nar. Allahumma adkhilna jannatak wa ajirna minan nar. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azaban nar. Sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Amin ya rabbal alamin. Without fail, we also pray for Brother Abdul Khan Tiblani, one of our NMC brother who is a follow-up brother to guide our new sisters and brother among the Filipinos. He has been confirmed having COVID, infected with COVID-19. May Allah grant him fast recovery, strengthen his immunity so that he will be better soon and will be with us to continue with his activities by coaching the Filipino new sisters and brothers. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy upon him, wishfi, and may Allah cure him inshallah. Amin. Brothers and sisters, we know what is happening from time to time, and we know that every country is having a lot of new challenges, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us focus together to fight the common challenges that we are facing, that is to fight COVID-19 together. Brothers and sisters, we need Allah's protection, of course. We need to stay strong. We need to have a strong bond among family members. So the subject today we're talking about is about marriage in Islam and the spouse's rights and responsibility. We know why we want to have a family, and Allah Rabbul Alamin has given us the guideline by saying that having a family, we need 3 ingredients. I have said this many times, but I don't mind to repeat because we need to be reminded again and again. The first one is sakina. وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا. Taskunu means sakina, that you live in peace and tranquility. That only easily can be attained when you have the love. That is وَمَوْعِظَةٌ. Sakina taskunu ilayha wa ja'ala bainakum mawadda means you have love. It's like how the relation between parent and children, yeah, especially the mother or even the father, love, admire their children. That is the normal father and mother. The abnormal one, only Allah knows. That is how, if you have the love, it will strengthen the bond to work together to find more peace and tranquility in the household, at home. Now we always stay at home because of the COVID-19. Yeah. Around the world, they are just asking all the public who don't have anything to do outside, please stay at home. So this is the best time for us to have a strong bonds between family. Engage. Yeah, this is one thing that Allah wants us to do, but we have failed to do it because everybody is so busy with their own career, busy outside, talking to people outside, all outside. Hardly we spend time inside. So this is a time for us to be more focused inside, no more outside, because outside is not safe. Then the Prophet did mention about that. The Prophet said, Kullu mawlid yula ala fitra. A family is everyone who has children. Children is born pure and clean. They're innocent. And that's why children always look cute. And the cutie is the cutie. Whatever they do, whatever they say, it's very cute. Very funny. That is the fitra. Then the Prophet reminds us, فَأَبَوَاهُ. It is the starting from the father, Ab, and the mother, who will corrupt them in the house if you are not careful. If you don't show good example to them, they will pick up all the bad. That's why we must show the love we have for one another at home. And when we have problems, even people who fall in love may encounter challenges, problems, misunderstandings sometimes. And because when you love something too much, more than Allah and the Prophet, you will suffer more. But if you love Allah and the Prophet more, then everything will be under control. But what love is very powerful. That's why there's a saying, love is blind. And the third thing will come in mercy or rahmah. The mercy that we have for one another have strengthened, have safeguarded our family. Even we have some minor disagreement, problem, we encounter some bad time, but because of the mercy, we tend to control our feeling, our anger, and compromise and find the best way to move forward. Alhamdulillah. So one important point that we like to share with all the brothers and sisters, why in Islam, when you got married, if you married a virgin, newly married, then you have to spend special time together without any interruption, not with the in-laws, not with families, but just between husband and wife. This is what we call the new term they said, honeymoon. Meaning you have to be by yourself. Why you need that privacy? If you are married, also you need at least 3 days. Why? So that you get to know each other better. Now you're in, before you are not yet husband and wife. So there's so many things that is very personal to any one of us, very private, we will not share just with anybody. But when you are in a contract as husband and wife, now there's nothing for you to be ashamed or to hide. It's time for you to express yourself in the best manner. That privacy actually is to help us to move forward in a very beautiful situation, to harmonize our relationship. How? We know that today those who are married are also facing a lot of challenges, problem, because the true picture of everybody now is being exposed. There's nothing to hide because now we are husband and wife. So there's nothing to hide. But the best thing for us to do now, when you are having your privacy for 3 days, for those who have been married before, this is the second or the third marriage, but for those who are newlywed, then you have 7 days. Remember, 7 days. Also 7 days, 6 nights. Now this is the best time for you to sit down and look into what you want. What do you expect from this relationship, this marriage life? Because everybody must know their rights, their responsibility. If everybody knows that and try to work towards that, you see there's a lot of blessing. Because we make it very clear. What is that, brothers and sisters? You know, when you talk about rights, you talk about responsibility first. What is our responsibility? The Prophet ﷺ said, كلكم راء وكلكم مسؤول عن رعيته. Every one of us is a leader, at least to yourself. You want the best for yourself, then you must also give the best to others. You want to be respected, you must also show respect to others. You want to be loved, you must learn how to love others. You want people to keep on giving you, you also learn how to give back. That's how you move on. You cannot just put everything to somebody, to your husband, to your family, no. But everyone is responsible to themselves. So you must know your responsibility. I show you some very basic things here. The man must know his responsibility is to provide. This is the basic responsibility, is to protect the wife, to provide the wife, to maintain the wife. Like how the wife wife was being taken care by her family. When she was with the family, the parent, the father and the mother is there to combine together to give them the best, the protection, a place, shelter, a roof to live in. Provide them their garment to cover their aura in the best manner with the Islamic value, Islamic dress code, and also feed them with the best food, because we want to see our children grow healthy, happy. So you must make sure they have healthy food, and also provide healthy environment. And also we have to educate them. That's why we send them to school. From a very young age, we have been sending our children to preschool, kindergarten, where we know these things don't happen in the earlier generation. Everybody would just take care of the children from home until they're ready to go to the school. That means 7 years, no outsider is taking care of our children except we. So that we get to know, nobody knows the children better than us. We have to build the love, the respect, from the child to us, that they will love us more when they know the only person they see is the mommy and the daddy, who is always there to play with them, to talk to them, to feed them, wash them, dress them up, and make them go to sleep. Allahu Akbar. So that is the basic. Provide a place to stay that is secure. Their maintenance, food, maintenance involve their needs, their necessity, or the necessary thing, their food, their dress, and don't forget education, because it's our duty to educate our wife, to make her a mother who have all the important knowledge, so that she will be able to coach the children and give the children the best. For the husband, of course, when you have done that, you have to engage with her. You have to tell her what you like from her. I think that would be the best, fastest way to have a very harmonized environment. Meaning, you lay down, note down, in one paper, and say, this is what I love most. A, cleanliness. B, what kind of food that you like most. 3, normally, what kind of drink you like most. Example, sometimes they may want to buy things for you, give you a surprise. Then you just make sure that they are aware of what thing that you like most and what kind of color you like most. There's nothing wrong to clear everything in the beginning when you're having your honeymoon or you have privacy among yourself. It's not just looking at you and your wife looking at you and you looking at her and say nothing. You want to talk. So it's good for you to explain. This is the thing that I like most. A, B, C, D, E. These are the things that I don't like, I dislike. You just write it down, because it's easy. When you are new, if everybody know what you like, what you dislike, it's easy. Now you can say that I have informed you before, and what I demand is not difficult, something very basic, of course. You don't demand more than what somebody can offer you. The same goes to the sister, the wife. You must know your responsibility is to make sure that you please your husband in the way that Allah is pleased with you. in the way Allah and the Prophet want to please him. And you remember the Prophet did mention to the wife, he said, if a woman, or a wife who take care of her prayer, 5 times obligatory prayer, fasting in the month of Ramadan, purify her income, and obey the husband. Whatever the husband wants to do that is not against Islam, just obey him. Make him happy. Please him with that. What did the Prophet say? That means the gate of paradise is open. All the gates of paradise is open for her to choose which door she wants to enter. It's great reward. It's not about everything. My feeling comes first. Okay, you may have your feeling, you can lay it down. You can tell your husband, this is what I like in my life. This is the kind of food that I love most. This is the kind of color I like. So that we have a better understanding. And you can say, actually I don't like to entertain male guests. Example, because you are a very shy person. Then when your husband knows this and says, don't worry, when I have a male friend, I will take care of them. You just be in one place in the kitchen or in your room, you prepare, then I will come and take it and I will entertain my guests. Maybe you said, I'm a person who sleep very early. Early means 9, 10 after Isha. Sometimes people like to sleep very late. Then there be a problem here. You don't care about me. You sleep so early. You are a lazy lady. No, they must understand. Maybe this is your upbringing. Normally, when you come to 9, 10, you're getting sleepy. So you have the right. Your body have right upon you. This is important. You must share with your husband what you like most, so he is aware, and what you dislike most. Example, you are a person who's very particular about cleanliness. You must tell him, no problem, so that he knows. You hope that he also will give you a helping hand, like how Aisha, when she was asked by the companion, how is the Prophet lifestyle at home? He's a very kind-hearted and a helpful husband. He always helped the wife in the household. Alhamdulillah. It's not that, I'm a man, I cannot go to the kitchen. Kitchen is not my zone. My zone is at the hall and bedroom. No. Everybody must learn how to compliment one another. Sometimes the woman may be very particular. They want the kitchen to be bright. So they want all the bulb to be on, the light to be on when they're doing cooking. So if there is some problem, the wife always wants immediate action. Example, they don't need to delay because they need that light to help them to prepare the food. So then the man know, okay, my wife, when she want to do this thing, she need to make sure that everything over that area is ready. So then the husband take note. So next time when you see something is happening, one bulb is giving way, quickly he replace. Because it's easy for the man to climb on the stairs and replace, do all this handy kind of job at home. Then the woman have to cook, have to wash. There's so many things, other things to do. So if everybody know what someone that is close to you like, I think there will be a lot of problems solved. When seeking knowledge, you have the right also to tell the husband, I have been seeking knowledge before this. I hope that you don't mind. Allow me to continue my study. Maybe online. Today most are online, on site. But if your husband says, no problem, you can carry on. But I would like to go with you. That would be the best. It's just like a husband who wants to learn. Some women, they just like shopping. When there's any free time, let's go to the mall. Now, even the husband who has been attending classes, religious class, now he cannot continue because here he wants to go for the class, and here the other party say mall, shopping. Even sometimes you don't need to shop. You just like window shopping. There are people who have this habit. But then you must make sure that in a marriage life is give and take. Whatever comes first. Buying things anytime. But classes is something that if our husband have been attending a religious class, example, we should encourage him. Why? Because that will strengthen his iman and also his knowledge about how to be a good Muslim man and a good Muslim husband. That is important. The same goes to you. You can say to your husband, I also would like to go with you to learn something. I also want to seek knowledge. A good husband will never say no. The good husband will say, okay, I will love that both of us as husband and wife go and learn together so that our understanding will be the same understanding. If one is learning, the other is not learning, or one learn from another scholar, another one learn from another scholar, they may have a clash sometimes. So my teacher said that, my Sheikh said that, now you have some problem. The best one is, they learn together. They have a same scholar to advise them how to move on, how to be a good husband, a good wife, a good man, a good lady. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, sometimes I've seen in my experience when I look at people having marriage problem, not say they don't go for classes, but now the classes seem to be having some problem. The male class, some teachers are not wise. Keep on encouraging the male to practice polygamy. Go for the second one. Be a man, a full man. Why you just have only one? Na'uzubillah. They don't even know what is happening to their marriage life. They are beginners. They are still young. Now you put this idea into them. You corrupt their mind and feeling. And the sister side, sometimes also you have sisters who have a strong iman. It so happens that the teacher is also practicing polygamy. Then you say, don't stop your husband, encourage them. Now it's also another problem. We thought that, it's good, no, man will love. No, sometimes it can be a problem. I have encountered cases like that. A man just love one lady like a sister, but the sister have a good friend with her. They have been together for some time, good time, bad time, they're together. So they say to the brother, if you want me, you have to marry both of us. You have to marry both of us. It's another problem. Somebody will say, there is good news, man. And you get one free. That is just easy to say, but the reality is different. It's not just the number, it's our feeling. When we look at a person, we may like her, we have some feeling towards her. But the other person, we don't have feeling. How can you force yourself to get into a relationship when you don't even have any good feeling in the beginning? Now, sometimes we have this kind of information that they will get through their classes. Or sometimes people will try to put more negative thought into the woman's mind. Be careful, be careful, be careful. This is not healthy. We must always make sure that both parties who are learning must strengthen their iman. Be conscious about Allah, that this is amana. A family is an amana. And the Prophet said, La iman liman la amanata. There is no iman when there is no aman. If you say you are a good man, be good to your wife. Like the Prophet said, khairukum li ahli wa ana khairukum li ahli. Best among the men and the man who is good to the wife, because I am good to my wife. He do not just say, but he practice it. He himself is doing it. How he helped the household, yeah, and the wife, and how loving he is, and how caring the Prophet is. And he makes sure that they always get what that is their right. Alhamdulillah. But then the wife, even the wife, you must remember, even she is rich, but it is not her obligation to provide. It is the duty, the responsibility of the man to give. The woman is just to receive. Not say she can't help, she can, but it's not her responsibility. Remember the man, when you married a woman, you married her, remember. You are taking her away from her parent. It's like when we have children, daughter, when somebody want to marry our daughter and the person who come and ask for a daughter, the Prophet said, when you look at his religion is good, his akhlaq, manners is good, then don't delay, just endorse, agree, because there will be a lot of good things that is going to happen to your daughter. It's an amana to just give to anybody, and your daughter is starting to have a lot of problems and shouting, screaming, humiliated, trying to humiliate your daughter. What kind of son-in-law do you want? Now, if this thing happen, it's better for you to save your children again, because that is your duty as parent. Ku anfusakum wa ahlikum nar, to save that is like a hell for them. We didn't bring out our children, we invest in our children, give them the best of everything. Now we pass them to a man who always exploit, oppress her, humiliate her. No point. You just take her back. That is our responsibility, brother and sister. Don't allow anybody to bully our daughter. This is also very important. So I'm going back to the basic again, rights and responsibility. When you know your right is to honor your husband, please her, please him, and anything that he wants you to do that is not against Allah, just submit now or talk. Think that you can, of course. Think that you can't, then you have to tell him. No, I am a person who fear high. Anything that is high, I just cannot do. So he knows. So that anything to do with something that's high, he knows that he cannot depend on you. This is important. Even sometimes people who want to go to bed, some people can sleep with some light on, some people just can't. When sleeping time, they want everything to be off, to be in darkness. Example, if not, you're having headache and migraine, they can't sleep well, sleepless night. All this is very important. Why? Because when you have an understanding, you lay out everything, what you like, what you dislike, then it's easy for the other party who is so close to you, because husband and wife relationship is like a garment. Hunna libasul lakum wa antum libasul lahunna. Allah used this kind of word, so beautiful, because nothing is closer to your body than your garment is so attached to your body. So Allah is using this kind of word to tell us this is how close we are. A garment is there to protect you from heat, from wind, from coldness. Yeah. It's there to cover your aura, cover your weaknesses. Even we have some defect in our body, The government there is to cover, there is the relation between husband and wife. It's here to help one another, complement one another, cover the weaknesses, the mistake of one another, not to expose to other people. No. You remember the general hadith, the Prophet said, Kullu Muslim ala Muslim haramun damuhu wa maluhu wa irdu. Every Muslim to another Muslim as her husband, wife. And they are sacred to one another. Something very, very special. Yeah, they are well. A husband, remember, to be a husband, you cannot take and demand the wife to support you financially. You cannot. If they want, alhamdulillah, you have a very good one, but you cannot demand for them because that is not their responsibility. If they give, alhamdulillah, I believe women are prepared to sacrifice more than men. Yeah. They are prepared to give everything when they love us, when they know that they can trust us. But if we are involved in something that is so bad and keep on calling them to support the bad activities, and we don't even do our basic response, that is too much. You are no more a man. So be a man. If you want full obedience from your wife, you must show good example. You take up your responsibility and perform it well. I believe a good woman will give you the best. A good woman, remember, yeah, they will not, yeah, criticize, demand from their husband, think that the husband just can't do. They will be very satisfied with what the husband can offer them. A home to stay, halal, good food, good drink, good garment, and a very good environment at home. Each time when we're home, you can see that he is there to talk to you, he is there to love you, care for you. When you need any help, he's always there to accompany you. Go to clinic when you're not well, he's always there for you. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, even sometimes emergency, he's out, he can't be there. Then he makes sure somebody among the mahram member will help or not. Then you have to do what you have to do. Then whatever you have spent, the husband will give to you because they know it is their responsibility to pay your hospital bill. Unless they can't because of financial problem. But we, Allah, give us some extra. We do have some property too, no problem. Of course, I believe a good woman will not have any problem, yeah, to help, yeah, in the family about financial matters. When you know that is helping the whole family. It's like how Khadija, a rich, noble woman, married the Prophet Muhammad, and the Prophet was not a prophet at that time. But Alhamdulillah, she never belittled Muhammad bin Abdullah. He never looked down upon him, even he was her salesman before. He was nobody. But this woman, Alhamdulillah, have a very unique character. A person who is so noble, at her time, rich, but she will not dishonor the husband. Allahu Akbar. Now this is very important. That's why in the Quran, Allah said, وَالْمُؤْمِنُونَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتْ بَعْضُهُمْ أَوْلِيَاءُ بَعْضٍ يَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ يَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنكَرِ وَيُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةَ وَيُؤْتُونَ الزَّكَاةَ إلى آخر آية. Male and female believer or husband and wife, they are complementing each other. They are like companion, helper among one another in inviting to something that is good, calling to do something that please Allah and follow the Sunnah of the Prophet, and forbid all the evil things, and pray together. When they want to pray, they remind each other about prayer. And even zakat time, you may have your property, he may have his property. If he's so busy with his work, then you will have to help him. Help yourself clear, purify your property, and help him to purify his property. Allahu Akbar. At the end of the day, it's a win-win situation. You will be loved by Allah, of course, because you are trying to please Allah first. Anything we do, brother and sister, please, your intention is lillahi ta'ala. Not just want to control your husband. Don't think of that. Neither the husband to control. We don't have to think about, we just think about how to take good care of one another. This is very, very important, brothers and sisters. So once again, I'd like to remind all of us, the best way to move forward, to have a happy marriage in the beginning, if possible, lay out, or even today, when you are not yet married, you can start to put down the important point that you expect from your marriage life. You know, what you like, A, B, C, what you don't like. You can do that. And then, if you want us to help you, you can send whatever you have listed down and let us check whether this is Islamic or non-Islamic. Anything is non-Islamic, of course, then we will tell you, this one, you should not write it down. This one, yes. That's how you move on. I want both parties the best, because sometimes problems start because both parties don't care about the getting to know one another's like and dislike. So it's good, it's only fair, both parties. Sometimes we may marry with people from different country, different background, different races. They have their own liking and dislike. They have their own value. Sometimes we may not know. You see, because there's a word you remember, love is blind. When you're in love, you don't care about that first. You just love the person. You just look at the person and you love the person, but you don't care about what he like, what he dislike, his background, his culture. Example, just food in the morning. Some people, they said, my kitchen is my Jannah. Yeah, because they say, you can make the husband very happy just because of your food. So you must know what he like. If you always prepare food that he don't like, you like nasi lemak, you always want nasi lemak, you know, and all this ratna roti China, but maybe your husband is not that kind of, he's a bread and butter and cheese kind of person. Example, no problem. If you like this, you prepare for your, and also you prepare for his. Now, you will make him very happy because he enjoy his food and you enjoy your food. Or if we can try to explore, you can explore what he like, he can explore what we like, also can make life more easier. That when we have one kind of dish, the dish can be shared by both parties because we enjoy the food together. Food can be a problem sometimes. Yeah. So we hope that all of us will learn all these basic things. And once again, brothers and sisters, I love all of you to write down from now. It's not too late. Even those who are married having problem, no problem. Still, you can sit down, reflect, ask Allah for guidance and write it down. And then you are not sure is Islamic or not, you can just send it to us or communicate with us. We will help you and then we will guide you to the way that Islam wants us to do. Brother and sister, I believe by having this kind of clarity, this kind of understanding, make it clear to both parties, you will see. If one party say, oh, I can't, I will also want to know why. Why he said he can't when you see it's so simple, but he is saying he can't. We also have to know why he said he can't. Maybe he needs some help, some guidance. Because sometimes when they have no experience, they have no confidence, they say, oh, this one cannot, this one cannot. When this is so simple. Why is it cannot? We also want to know. Maybe it's not easy for you to tell him. Maybe then we will come in. So try to understand why he said this one cannot. When we look at it, it's so basic, so easy. We have to know. After knowing that, we can help them better. So don't give up. Whatever you want, you just list it down. You check, nothing un-Islamic, you can propose, no problem. If the other party also do the same, and if they think that we can, no problem, still, don't jump to conclusion. Being human, we cannot say that I can do everything. I can comply with all the conditions. No, sometimes we also have our own problem that other party don't know. So when they say, oh, this one, I don't think I can do it. No, I'm not used to it. Never mind, we want to know why, and then see how we complement one another. That's how you move on, brothers. Life is very easy and simple if one you are open and you like to discuss. When you don't like to discuss, you only expect somebody to know, and that is very, very risky, because not everybody have the same kind of feeling. Some people are very good. They learn, they pick up very fast. They know what you like, what you don't like, and they make adjustment. Alhamdulillah. But not all people are like that. So let us be fair to ourselves and to be fair to our partner, our loved one. I believe when we work together as a team for the sake of Allah, you will see there's a lot of blessing from Allah Rabbul Alameen. That's what I want to end today, brothers and sisters. And if there's any question, we are trying to see how we can help you to answer your question. Now we go for the second part, the Q&A session. Welcome. Alhamdulillah, from Sister Karen. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you too, Sister Karen. Assalamu alaikum. Sister Tara Malhotra from US. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah protect you wherever you are, sister, and grant you good health. And may Allah Rabbul Alameen protect us wherever you are. Wa alaikum salam from Brother Muhammad Hashim, offering us the Islamic greeting. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A question. I am torn between my responsibility as a new wife and caring for my sick mother. I had to leave my husband in another country and care for my mother here, who is my priority. Like I said, brothers and sisters, if we are aware that we have an elderly mother, parent, to look after, it's good to even lay it down from the beginning to our future husband. Tell them that normally I have a sick parent and I need to be around them. If a good husband said, no problem, I also will be there to help them, that will be very, very good. But when you have a husband who don't care, who don't have any good feeling towards our parent, of course, that will be a big test. If you entertain here, he is upset, he keep on blaming you, you don't care about him and so on, then you know you're going to have some problem. Of course, in life, brothers, is for parents. They know when you are married as a woman to a man, they know that you have to please your husband. They don't really expect a lot from you. They only expect from the son, not from the daughter. But the daughter are more passionate to the parent, because we are women, especially a sickly mother. When we are born, the mother has been taking care of us, good time, bad time. Of course, we cannot just abandon them. But it is really a challenge for you. But if you have a good husband, you won't have this problem. The husband says, bring your mother to stay with us. Let us take care of her. Your mother is like my mother. That should be the spirit. That's why you call mother figure your own biological mother and your mother-in-law. Is in now. It's not outlaw. You cannot just want the daughter but you don't care about the parent. That is not a good husband. So a good husband is a husband who will try his best to help the mother figure, the mother-in-law, because that's how you can please your wife, make her happy. It's not a burden for your wife to take care of her mother. She's okay. And in the same time, she can take care of you. That will be excellent. Yeah. So Islamically, the parent know that you have to follow your husband. But if the husband is a good husband, he would never make this difficult for you. He will give you all the support. So we hope our husband know what they should do to help you. Husband and wife complement one another. There will come a time the husband, mother may also have the same problem, or the parent. Then we also have to take care of our in-laws. So that's how we move on, brother and sister. So if there's still some problem, we hope that the man will get a scholarly advice how to move on. Don't be too demanding. The people who are sick need more attention from us. Than us, we're still okay. Yeah. So that is my humble advice. Sit down, discuss. If your wife need to attend to their mother, let them do that, because that is one of the great noble deeds where the Prophet even said to us, if a person was given the opportunity to be dutiful to their parent when the parent is still alive, if you don't do it, even Angel Gabriel will make prayer so that God will not enter them to paradise, because the parent have suffered for us for so long. They didn't ask anything back. They didn't ask us to pay back. But when they need help, and we are not there for them, don't do that. By pleasing your mother-in-law is also like pleasing your mother. Don't forget that. You are kind to the elders, then the Prophet will consider us as one of them. Remember, the Prophet said, "Laisa minna man lam yuwakkil kabirana wa lam yarham saghira." You are not one of us if you don't show love and care to the elders. Mother-in-law is like our mother. Yeah. During this COVID lockdown, here in Malaysia we always use MCO. Normally in other countries they use the word lockdown. How do bachelor, unmarried Muslims seek or search out for their partner? Do we rely on dating website? Yeah, it's up to you. Sometimes you can ask around with your close friend who you know they are good brothers, who may know of a good sisters. Their wife may know some good sister. That's how you do. If you want to go to the dating websites, you can do also. There's nothing wrong, but just be more careful. The website sometimes we don't know how honest, how sincere they are towards us. We don't know. But it's better to go through a good friend who know you better and who know what kind of person that is good for you. Yeah, that is our humble advice. But don't commit anything until you really see the person. Yeah, and you have the right to ask whatever important question you think you want to ask. Yeah, to make it clear. Assalamualaikum Waalaikumsalam. I'm working OC without bringing my family. Normally we have right to bring our family, or we can get R&R rest and after 4 months, but due to the current condition, I have been 6 months not going back to my family. In Islam, how long is the maximum that we can leave our wife? The minimum, actually there is no limit. It's just in our marriage in Malaysia, when you got married, they have a ta'liq. After the nikah, they call you to recite a ta'liq. Precondition to say that if you abandon your wife 6 months continuously without offering her the basic maintenance, that means you do not give her supply food and everything, the physical and also the intimacy kind of right. And if she complains, and what she complained to the authority is true, then she may be granted for a divorce. But if she knows the situation is not purposely do that, situation do not allow. In the time of the companion, there are people who went out to war and they stay there for months, for years. No issue as long as the woman don't bring this up to the authority to say that she is not happy. She don't trust the husband abandoned her for more than 6 months. If that is the ta'liq that you have in the beginning of the marriage, then you must be careful. You must make sure that the wife can accept the changes because of the situation. Yeah. But if the wife just can't, it's up to the wife now to bring up to the authority. It's up to the authority to decide. Yeah, some women said, I just cannot go on like this 6 months. Don't have a husband. I'm still young. I have my feeling. Then it's very tough. This is a tough time. Then that is the time that you got to plan again. Either you bring them over, or you must find a way to come back for a while and then continue with your job. These are something that we have to look into to be fair to both parties. Yeah? Everybody have certain right. Yeah? Share. Haven't left my house since 5 months. 300,000 cases nearby. But all are healthy, trying best to stay connected to Allah and run the home business. We keep you all in our dua. Amin, amin, alhamdulillah. Yeah, when the situation is like this, sister, what you have been doing is the best. Yeah. Alhamdulillah, we can still move on and do whatever you can from home. And that is the beauty of the ID today. Even you are not outside, you can do a lot through the ID, through this computer, through online shopping and so on. Alhamdulillah. May Allah protect you, sis. Yeah, do what is the best for you now. Life is one time, correct? Alhamdulillah. May Allah love all of us for the sake of Allah, because we love one another for the sake of Allah Rabbul Alameen. That's why we keep on reminding one another, and we are trying to compliment and help one another for the sake of Allah. Because when we love everybody for the sake of Allah here and follow the SOP that Allah has given us, then Allah will unite us with the loved one. Remember, if you love Allah and the Prophet more, do what Allah and the Prophet want, you are sure to be with Allah and the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. May Allah bless us, brothers and sisters. And once again, we'd like to thank all the brothers and sisters who have been following our program. And we know this is not a good time for everyone. We have a lot of our close friends and close people who are very committed with our job, who have passed away. May Allah shower His mercy on their soul, Sister Fauzia and Brother Abdul Rahman, yeah, and also for those who have not been well, Abdul, our brother from Philippines, Abdul Khan, and also whoever the name that not mentioned who's not been, please pray for everyone. And may Allah subhanahu accept our prayer, forgive all our sin, and may Allah change our condition as soon as possible. Amin ya Rabbil Alamin. Wa billahi taufiq wa akhir da'wana walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Assalamualaikum